All right, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing good. Okay, there we go. I had to mute the sound for a second because I got this NES 8-bit chip tune thing going off in the back of my ear there, and I couldn't focus on what I was saying. I'm not that talented. And hello to John DeMarco and Thomas Potts. Yes, indeed, it is Life with Matthews, the one, the only, except no substitutes. Thomas, I'm sorry to hear you're at work. Cinnabon, how you doing? Guys, I'm real excited. This is a game that, I mean, technically it was made back in like 2010. But then someone said this was such a fun game that they redid it to be an NES game. So I'm here with my little NES controller, and it is not being played on NES. I do have the ability to flash this to a game cartridge, which, I should have had that laying around so I could show you. Because I've tested this out. I got a video on that coming up sometime soon here, but I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to be lazy, so what I did instead is, you guys may remember this video I did a while back ago where I made this thing with my son, and it lets me hook up to 4 NES controllers into my computer and be able to play it straight on like an emulator. So that's what I'm doing. I got my NES controller going through that thing I made, and then that's hooked up to my computer. I'm doing this all in the emulator. But I do want you to know that this game can legally be downloaded for free right now. The guy who originally did it was on Flash, and they open sourced it. And then the NES port is also open source. So this is by no means me stealing a game from someone. Hey, Elihu, how you doing? Hopped in to say hi, give thumbs up, and told people on the LDG's channel to come over here. Oh, thank you. Sorry to LDG. I didn't realize you were streaming. I honestly, let's be honest, I didn't look too hard. It's been a long time since I've done any streaming stuff or streaming game stuff. It was last night I was streaming stuff over at Anti-Trackers, but a game stream of my own. It's been a long time, so I decided I was going to do this no matter what. But we'll see how we do here. So this is NES style, and I haven't played this before. I recently came across this, and it looked real interesting, so I got it, and we're going to see how many times I die while playing this game, and it's it's going to be quite a bit. And Thomas Paz is saying that LDG has been live for about 5,000 hours. Fair enough. No, Thomas, is not a fluffy bottoms pancakes. Let's get this game going. So we're going to do story mode, I guess. The original game with reduced difficulty. The original game, Race Against the Clock, I'm not going to do that because I've never done this at all. Superb Joe mode, a 5-minute challenge for super players only. No, that's not me yet. Play as Dr. Terry, the inventor of the V615D, and then collect 16 money in the story mode to reveal this cheat. Okay, we're going to do story mode. Okay. I have set the charge on main CPU. Charge set to explode. Be advised. Can you pick up Streamerz command? That's a negative, Joe. Master Y's flying fortress cannot easily be approached. But we may be able to send the chopper to its uppermost level. Try climbing to the top of this one by throwing Streamerz and climbing them. On your way, you better watch out for the various pie-throwing clowns, burning candles, and bouncing balls. It's not letting me see. There we go, I can go faster. Because if they get you, you'll die a little each time. I'll make them die a lot each time. Roger, Streamerz command. Let's go. Okay, so there's no way to jump in this game. I can only shoot out my Streamerz. To get this to go. Hey LDG, how you doing? Cracking dialogue there. Thank you, John. Okay, do not touch Master Y's balls. Good advice. Alright. Okay, so I have seen this done before, and that's a restore point. So when I die right there, it'll start me back over here. Nice. Okay, Collect money for score. It is hard to get. You know what they say, Joe. No pain, no gain. Roger, streamer command. Oh gosh. Almost did it. Now can I get out of here? Shoot. We can do this. So how's everyone's day been going? We went down to my wife's sister's house. One of their kids had a birthday, so we went down there to wish them a happy birthday. It was a pretty fun time. My allergies are just killing me though. Clowns are no laughing matter. Stop clowning around, Joe. Roger, streamer command. Does everyone hate clowns? Like, is that just a horror movie trope thing where you're supposed to be afraid of clowns? Or, like, do people honestly just hate clowns for some reason? Like, legit from the bottom of their hearts hate clowns. And no, Thomas, I'm not cheating yet. If I find out how to cheat, you got it. I will cheat all over the place. Oh, shoot. Like, surely at one time people liked clowns, right? Oh. Like, surely they weren't just in, man, get it together. They weren't in carnivals for no reason. Oh man. I'm not even to like the hard stuff yet, I don't think. Yep. Here we go. I didn't get that down. Someone's saying my aunt loves clowns and is one. It's creepy. Oh, she is a clown. Oh, that's pretty interesting. You know, one of my brothers went to clown college, like for real. They did it as a ministering tool. Oh, he totally got me. She does youth ministry as a clown. Oh my goodness, Cinnabon! I hadn't read that yet, but yes, that's what my brother did. You know, he never went anywhere with it. But he did go to clown college, and there is a video of him dressed up as I think he called himself Bruno the Clown, and the idea was to use this as a tool for ministry. I didn't quite get it, but you know, he learned how to make balloon animals. He did a couple tricks, couple jokes. But I don't know if clowns are supposed to be funny or not. Even at the circus, clowns were never like a really funny thing. I'm not gonna let her... Ah! Got it. Yeah, apparently doing the Terrified to God plan, I don't know if that's what they're going for. This puzzle isn't worth it. I suggest you ignore it. Find something better to do. Screw that. I'm totally gonna do this till I die. I almost had it. Wait, do I just end right back up at the bottom? Okay. I want to say there's money at the bottom of this, and I don't like giving up money, you know? It's the Korogan in me. Okay, fine, I'll just move on. And yes, I'm dying more than Bird of Prey, but you know what? I think that's the point of this game. Anytime you have a game where one of the main mechanics is a reset device, where you basically have a clone of yourself, I feel like you can just assume there's going to be a lot of dying in it. Okay, my streamer did not go as quick as I thought it would. Let's see, Cinnabon saying, I don't like them, remind me and I'll find a pic to show next time I do a stream. Of your aunt? It'd be funny if somehow, like, I actually... Surely, like, she's never been in Texas, right? Because that would be hilarious if I actually knew, like, the same people who trained my brother for the ministry stuff, like I trained your aunt. That'd just be hilarious. Crap. She's been all over. That'd be real funny. Like, so the people who taught my brother, it was a Hispanic couple, and like there's a whole group of them that got together to do this. Oh my goodness. What am I missing here, guys? Let's see. Right when it gets to the top, that's when I'm gonna die. Oh my goodness! Thomas Potts, no. I don't think his aunt is Hispanic, but I think that maybe they could be in the same organization. Feeling a lot like Bird right about now. Okay, let's try right when they get to the bottom. There we go. Now I just have to get past this part. Yay! Joe, you've been made it. Jove, you made it to the level 2. Be advised, red metal is streamer proof. Oh, that's neat. Stramenium walls? Master Y must have been prepared for a streamer's takedown. Affirmative, Joe. Proceed with caution. Roger, streamer command. Yeah, Joe, it's like a must-have name for any army guy. Okay, so at least the red stuff doesn't kill me. Cream-filled pies are a favorite tool for a clown. A pie is detrimental to your health and well-being, so avoid it. Roger, streamer command. Oh, look! Oh, darn it! Oh, I totally missed that. Let's see. So how do I... So I can't jump. Not just because I'm a white guy. I think I gotta... Oh, shoot. My aunt is an exercise machine? No? Oh, that didn't work at all. So other than being frustrating, this is actually a pretty fun game. There we go. Oh, crap. Okay, so there's the... Let's see, did someone... I just had a beep. Did someone send me a message? I don't think so. No? Okay. I know, Thomas, I get into these games and the language just starts flowing. How am I supposed to... How am I supposed to go from here? That was not the way to go. No! No! Ah! Ran right into clown on that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, this game is so vexing. I curse at thee. Run away! Maybe I can confuse the clown by running away even more. Okay. Wait, hold up. Hold up. How... Okay. What? I feel like I'm missing something because I can't connect to that spot. I don't want to go this way. This way lies death. Oh my goodness. I did it! Holy crap. Woo, I did it. Just to die. Now, how do I actually move past this point? There's gotta be a way. Ah. Gosh, I'm gonna be here for a while, I think. Yeah, if the game was made today, the guy would have to touch all the balls instead of avoiding them. We live in such a weird world right now. Okay, so I literally saw a news article the other day, and if you're on Discord, you might have seen this with me. It was a Ukrainian game that they've made, and the point of the game is you all get into like this. It's like a human foosball game. And they were blowing at each other's faces. Like I can't explain very well. Like, just your head would be up in this table, and it had a little neck cushion around you, and there's a little ball on the table. So the point was to blow the ball into the enemy's team goal, but all you were doing was blowing right in each other's face. So somewhere over in, I want to say Turkey, but it cracked me up because that was something that came out last year. So last year, everyone was playing a game where you blew at each other, and this year, people are like, you know what? Maybe blowing in each other's faces, not that great an idea. Okay, maybe I get some momentum going. I can die horribly. Oh crap! That means I start back here. Thomas is saying, so I hear in the new Star Wars game, the character identifies as a they. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. Like, why can't we just be people of science, you know? Why can't we just say, hey, here's the scientific proof. We got X's, we got Y's, and every once in a while you get this weird 3 chromosome thing. It's an abnormality. So we got 2, that's it. We got 2 genders. Why do we have to be like, oh, I feel this way, therefore I'm a they now. I feel like a dog, so I'm a puppy. Like, I miss science, you know? I miss so much science, especially the longer 2020 goes on and the more scared people are, like, the more I miss science. Absolutely, completely. Case in point, I was talking with a friend of mine about masks and how ultimately pointless they are, except under very specific conditions. Like, the way people are using them is actually the worst way you could be using them. And what I mean by that is, so if I'm not coughing, if I'm just sitting here breathing, then me wearing a mask actually isn't doing anything. The virus that's coming out anyway, for most masks, is already too small to prevent the virus from coming out. So that's the first issue we have to work with. Mask is too small. So me just breathing here, that mask does nothing. Now if I... Oh, thought I was onto something there. Now, if I am sick and coughing, that's when the mask becomes important, because then I have the water molecules, or the maybe not water molecules, but the moist air out of my breath. This is so frustrating. I'm stuck back here. Y'all guys see anything I'm missing? Like, I'm literally just stuck, right? Can I try? Maybe I can try leaping over that ball? I mean, that would make sense if I get the timing right. Which I'm not getting the timing right. Crap! Oh, I'm tempted, Cinnabon. I'm very tempted. Okay, so it looks like I need to jump onto... It looks like I need to get that blue brick going, jump into the middle between those balls, and then from there I'll be able to hit the streamer ceiling, right? Yes! 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 Dang. This game... Okay, so I only saw the first part of this game. I'm not sure if I would have been so interested in playing this if I had seen this whole thing. Okay, so the way most people are using masks. You're supposed... let's start with the disposable mask. You're supposed to have a disposable mask. You use it once, and then you throw it away. But no one does that. Everyone has a mask, and they keep it forever, and they use it over and over and over again. So that's the first issue. And then the second issue is that then we get things like these ridiculous cloth masks. And the only thing a cloth mask is good for is the only thing sorry, I'm distracted here. The only thing a cloth mask is good for, oh, I have all the regrets, is stopping it when I'm coughing, you know? There's no point in going backwards. Why would they point that direction? So, the long and short here, guys, is just I'm annoyed by dumb people. That's what it's coming down to. And with 2020, if there was just an ounce of intelligence used, people would go, hey, you know what? The only time this mask actually does anything for us is when we're actively coughing. If we're not actively coughing, then the mask does nothing. It never has and it never will. And the idea that... There we go. Shoot, I had it. So the idea that like we can use this mask and it's gonna somehow keep us safe, it's like, well, no, it's not. You're using it wrong. Come on, I just had it. No, don't jump into the pies. No, no! But if I'm actively coughing, that's when it really is important to have that, because then I'm not coughing that spittle into someone's face. Then, if above and beyond that, I was just worried about someone without a mask coughing in my face, I could choose to wear a mask. And, like, that's all it would take to slow things down. But instead, we get these... Oh, what can I call them? We get these people who wear disposable masks over and over and over and over again. And they think that disposable mask is somehow keeping them safe, when all it's doing is it's... Like if you reuse a disposable mask, you're just breathing in those germs all over again. Okay, I think that's a glitch, me getting up there. There we go. No! Curse me! No! Darn it! don't need to wash your mask, just shake it out in reverse sides every other day. I don't think that's how it works, Cinnabon. And yeah, you know, that's the thing. Most people are only wearing it because it's required by law. And so I feel like it's actually doing more damage to have this improper use legally required than if we just let people say, you know what, this is the conditions to wear it. You wear it when you're actively coughing, you wear it when you're actively sneezing, and if you are worried about someone else being sick and not following these rules, go ahead and wear a mask. You're not going to get sick from doing it that way. But instead, we just have, it's legally required. I actually saw someone at my church wearing a lingerie mask. I call it lingerie, but it was like a black lace. So it wasn't even solid cloth. It was just lacy material. It's like, this is nothing for you. You're not you're not protecting yourself or anyone. Okay, all I have to do is not die right here, and I'm at the end of the level. Oh my goodness. You've made it up 3 levels of Master Wise Fortress. You're the man, Joe. Thanks a lot, Streamerz Command. It means a lot. Boy, I know it. Coming from you. Rings can be grappled? Roger, Streamer Command. Oh, okay, these things are rings. Neat. So, in terms of saying, so a guy at the mall told me and a friend we look like morons wearing them. Of course, no employees told them to wear one. He's special. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. So I can pass down through the rings. Ah! Or I can die on them. And Tom's saying he can't wear his every day, not wasting the washer for a mask. Yeah, I get that. Ah! You guys can't. Oh, hold on. I gotta move this. I gotta move this down just a little bit, so you can see. I missed the ring, and this is what he started to say. Oh, well done, game programmer. Well done. Oh, I love games that are self-aware like that, you know? Okay, how do I... So Thomas, what happened is I missed a ring jump, and so there's nothing but death this way. And the first time I missed that ring jump, my character started to yell, F you, but there's a lot more to that, obviously. Okay. I just need to get the timing down perfectly right, and I'll make it past this. Curse you! Let's see what I'm doing here. No, no. Oh, crap. This game is gonna make me go gray. Grayer. Thomas Potts, I hate just being able to listen and not watch streams when I'm working. Well, you know what, Thomas, I'm glad that you're here, even though you can't look. But it was a hilarious moment. Just the Just the fact the programmer knew that people are gonna miss that jump a lot, and decided to include a programmed-in moment for when you miss it. That was great. That was well done. I literally jumped right into that. Like that was such a bad timing moment. Okay, so I can use the ring to hop up. Ah, so close. Cinnabon, FYI, the dishwasher doesn't work to wash your mask, despite it being called a washer. You know, maybe if you do the sanitize setting there, Cinnabon. Most dishwashers have a setting that gets it really hot, you know. Okay, nice, okay. Here we go. Did I make it to the top? Oh, neat. Huh. No signal. Ah, I get signal. Let's see, It's you! Sergeant Poison, Master Y's right-hand man. Blast you, Joe! You have no escape from this towering inferno. Actually, Command is sending rescue. Ha! Streamerz Command Center was shot down by our V615D heavyweight... Cabana? Tank. Your operation is over, Joe, and you along with it. Now, while you're trapped there, I will retreat to level B2 escape pods. Eat my short, Streamerz dog. Level B2 escape pods. Sounds like my next destination. Roger, No. I'll avenge you, Streamer Command. Good luck, Joe. Huh? Just hearing things. Yeah, someone should invent a mask washer. They'd make a fortune. Those blocks look weak. Looks it will break after I grapple them. So do I actually get, like... I regret nothing! Get 'em, boys! I feel like I missed something important there. Like maybe I should have grappled onto something. I saw Sergeant Poison head down to the B2 escape pod bay. Funny, Master Y went there also. Funny indeed. Nope. But yes, John DeMarco, I can totally see someone making a mask or washer where it's like a, I don't know, the size of a cup of water, basically. And you can even do it kind of like an Instant Pot, where it would get the water really hot, just like a steam sanitize function, like they do for, oh gosh, you know, in restaurants, they have like these quick wash dishwasher stations. You put it in there, you pull it down, it does an intense heat steam wash. It takes a few minutes. Ow. But you do something like that and... crap. And I could totally see people making bank on it. Because then it's like, well, you're only using a cup of water, maybe not even a cup. Maybe all you gotta do is put in a quarter cup. Tom Spot's saying, after my cat kicked me out of my desk, I went to bed with my iPad, which I had Cinnabon stream on, and my cat walked on me and pushed my iPad down. I don't know why he doesn't like you people. It seems like you got a smart cat there, Thomas. We're not good people here. We're fun people, but are we the best people? I think your cat may be smarter than us. Oh no! Okay. I need to get onto that last block, I think. Oh gosh! This is not the one I wanted to be on. I want to be right there. Just don't use your mask right after you take it out of the washer. It smells like the detergent. I got a little headache from the smell. Oh, that's gross. 2, 3, get up there. Oh, that one was my fault. So you guys excited for the marathon stream? Like, I know a lot of people don't enjoy Discovery in this community. But I'm curious, is there anyone who's like, oh yeah, this is totally gonna be awesome. One, just to see Anti-Trucker and I suffer, but two, for actually getting to watch all of Discovery again. Like, is there anyone here who's like, oh yeah, I'm so excited to watch Discovery? No, just watching AT and I suffer will be entertaining. Yeah, we've certainly been trying to find up lots of good ways to enhance our suffering, as it were. Darn it! Okay, this is where I wanted to be. Ow! Yes, yes! Yeah, John, I know, we are crazy. You know what? I think I can make this clown die, and I'm really looking forward to that. Let's test this out. Alright. Nice. It was worth me dying right here, just to see that clown die. Yeah, John, we are crazy. And you know what? This was actually, you can blame this 100% on me. This was all my idea. Because we've been working on this super secret project. You guys know about that. And I'm like, you know what? We really need a way to be able to get this better printer. And lo and behold, this came up. And I'm like, oh crap. This is a great way for us to have fun, but it is definitely going to be torturous. Oh. Thomas saying, just remember what I said, get your wife and kids to the border, just in case. No. The great leader, Bird of Prey 5, has promised to take care of them. No! Do y'all guys hold any hope for Season 3, by the way? Like, you know, I really do want to have hope for Discovery to pull this out of the bag somehow. I want to hold on to hope that maybe someone will finally pay attention to everything the fans have been saying and realize that they're not producing a show people want to watch. That they've made a show that, you know, you have a group of people who enjoy, but that group of people, I don't know, is it fair to not call them, to say that they're not Trekkies? Maybe not, but it seems like the larger fan base is not enjoying your thing. So you could have a much larger fan base watching your show, which gets you more money. So, like, I hope that they figure this out and that they want our money, you know? Because I do think that they have the possibility, oh, I made a mistake there. They have a possibility for Season 3 to be fun. Especially if they do things like the Temporal Cold War, which we talked about previously, but in Enterprise, the time period that Daniels came from was 900 years from Archer's future. And while this isn't 900 years, it's close enough where if they were to come along and say, you know what, we know that 900 years from Archer's time period is a little bit sooner than 900 years than, Did I just fall forever? Ouch. Okay, there's a dead guy at the bottom there. So, you know, they could say, we realize that 900 years from Archer time period is not the same as 900 years from, Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here? It's not 900 years from Discovery's timeline. Like, there should be a bigger gap there. But I'm okay with them being like, hey, you know what? It's a temporal Cold War. Things got shifted around a little bit. Maybe it lasted for more than 100 years. And while it's not precisely 900, it's in the same time range. I fell, and now here I met my god. Ugh, only one escape pod left. Godspeed, Master. Why? Godspeed toward oblivion, Master Y. I'm coming for you. Let's see. Yeah, John's saying he'll take care of my kids all right in the mines. Well, at least they get free healthcare for their whole life. Thomas is saying that there's no hope, especially with all the Burnham ads. Okay, they are seriously going non-stop on the Burnham stuff. Master Y went this way. Oh, that was a thing. Like, I'm sure that if they actually did say that this is the temporal Cold War, we're bringing it in, I think people would complain. I think there'd be, it doesn't matter how cool they make it, I think people would complain that, like, they were 100 years off. So how, they don't even know Star Trek, because they're 100 years off. It's like, come on guys, as long as the story's fun, can't you cut them a 100-year leeway here? But as Cinnabon is saying, he thinks I'm setting myself up for disappointment if they find the temporal Cold War. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Cinnabon. I don't have... My hopes are so low for Season 3 that saying that I don't have high hopes is kind of being overly generous for how I feel about what's going to be coming here. Okay, this is just torturous, man. Like, I really don't have high hopes for Season 3. I can't help but think, man, it would be great if they tried. Right? Not there. Okay, come on, real quick. No, not like that. John DeMarco, I think this is just torturous. Something I'll be saying a lot on Wednesday. Yeah, that's probably true. Ah, dang it! As soon as I actually make it past the first row, I've waited too long to start shooting the streamer. And then I end up dying. And John's saying the people of Discovery had probably never heard of the temporal Cold War. Yeah, it's just... I mean, man, they've messed up so much here, right? They've had so much fan backlash. And, like, to the point that I think even they are starting to realize that they've messed up, I feel like. I do think that they're trying to do some course correction. And I think we saw that with the Kumbaya scene they did, where everyone's like, oh, we're one big dysfunctional family, but we've kind of learned to get used to it. Like, I feel like that's them trying to recognize that they have fundamentally messed up. And that they're recognizing that people at least don't like the nihilism and despair that's overtaken all of Star Trek. Like, even Picard was really nihilistic. Like, not specifically Picard the character, but the TV show. Ah! I'm trying to escape a Krogan mine. Why would I want to escape somewhere that's so warm and well lit? With such good food that you can procure so easily. You just have to stand in one of the many food lines. Some people like standing in the line so much they just do it all day long. Every day. Whether they get food or not. Oh my goodness. Also, hey Jeff Franklin, how are you doing today? I hope you're at least doing relatively well. Oh, and I missed your season 3. Thomas is saying that the burn will be a galaxy-wide environmental disaster caused by a Federation president from the Val planet in TOS, if you know what I mean. Oh, Thomas. Okay, so I do like that idea, Thomas. So close. Now to be fair, in the last season of TNG, out of almost nowhere, they did this really dumb plot line about how warp travel was actually destroying this one interstellar... Oh my goodness, I had it! How interstellar travel was destroying this one corridor. Like, there's a region of space that was really volatile, so starships could only travel one way through it. Like, this one route. Kind of like the Kessel Run. And because of the repeated travel through this one area, it was starting to weaken the fabric of space. Like, somehow subspace was doing this. And, you know, no one was believing this lady, who, of course, was the smartest person ever. And, you know, even Geordi was like, look, the math isn't quite holding up here. Maybe, but we need more testing. And she's like, well, that's not good enough. And so she committed suicide in an act of eco-terrorism to basically destabilize the area. Like in a reaction that never would have happened, she basically did, I don't know, there's something like 100 years worth of warp travel in a second. And as a result, there are a bunch of subspace pockets that popped up. The entire region lost the ability to do warp travel. And then after that, no Federation starship was allowed to go faster than Warp 6. And they mentioned it like one or two more times where something important was happening. And they're like, yes, and we've even been given permission to lift the Warp 6 ban and, you know, go Warp 7. And then by the time Voyager came around, and frankly, no! So anyway, by the time Voyager came around, and frankly even DS9, that plot point was completely forgotten. And I kind of feel like there was some implication in All Good Things Part 1 and 2 that the destruction we saw with where eventually, like, there's that problem where the further back in time you went, the bigger the subspace anomaly was. Maybe it was being caused by humans and warp travel. So that was like the only time they ever mentioned this thing ever again. So the fact that there could be some environmental thing that has caused warp space to no longer function, that actually could work, and I'd have to give them credit for bringing up something that had happened before in Trek, you know? And have I tried not hating the balls? You know, I think I'll give that a try this time, Thomas. I think that might be the winning strategy. Let's see. Yep. No. I didn't try not hating the balls this time. And Jeff, I know, giving up right about now, you know, it's real tempting, but I'm gonna keep going. As long as people are around to hang out and chat with, I'm gonna keep banging my head against the wall here. Okay. Up. Janeway probably got in trouble for breaking that rule. Nah, she got the Admiral's son home. She had a ticket out of jail card for getting Tom Paris back home. But Thomas, I actually like that idea a lot. I do like the idea that the burn was a subspace problem. Oh, I totally messed that up. And that maybe as subspace deteriorated, then they, let's say as subspace deteriorated, they lost the ability to travel back and forth between planets, and so the Federation just quietly died. No, keep going, keep going! Oh my goodness, why do I keep doing that? And, you know, I'd give them credit. That'd be remembering something, and you know, good for them. I still don't think it'll be any good. I think it's just gonna be more the Michael Burnham show. But hey, we'll give it a shot. And Daniel's hot topic is here. How you doing, Daniel? We were just talking about Disco Season 3 and any predictions we might have. Do we have any hope for it? I don't have hopes for it, but you know, that never stopped me from hoping. And Daniel's is saying, I just heard that Section 31 show could be about Giorgio may go back in time all the way to when they signed the Federation Charter, meaning Section 31 is pre-discovery. I don't believe it, Daniel. I think that's an interesting theory, but I don't believe it for a second. Mainly because I don't believe that Section 31 will ever happen. I just don't. I think that every time someone talks about it, they're just blowing smoke out their ears. Not you, Daniel. I mean, like, anytime you hear one of the executives talk about it. I think that every other time people talk about it, I think it's kind of like, well, I had a friend who you know, whose daughter's vet was, you know, had a hair washer who's friends with the CEO and an attendant. Keep going, keep going! Oh, Bennett! So I just, I'm not seeing it. Cinnabon saying the burn will be caused by a particle created on planet Cove in the Weapons Research Lab, IVD-19. When it interacts with stars' corona, it causes a Romulan-type supernova that destroys the galaxy. Yes. I don't think that would age well, but I could see that. And then, of course, the people from Val, those were the orange people. So yes, an environmental disaster caused by a Federation planet of orange people. I could see it. Yeah, I don't know why they're always going for prequels. Hold on a second. I can't. Sound off. I'll turn the sound back on once I get past this part. I just can't take the thump, 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 thump anymore. I get it. I'm dying nonstop. Too much warp travel caused galactic warning. Man. I'm getting annoyed if, like, I watch someone do this online and it turns out there's a super easy trick to getting past this. Maybe actually shooting the streamer would help. But I don't know why they're always going for prequels. Well, okay, I do know. A lot of it comes down to the nostalgia money. And they think that as long as you do anything nostalgia related, people are going to love it and eat it up. And that's not the case! Oh my goodness. That it can't just be nostalgia, it has to be nostalgia that continues the story. You know, one of the things I think Lucas actually did wrong, which I think Lucas did a lot of things wrong. Just so many things. And I think that Star Wars is a fundamentally broken series. And I actually, one of the things I want to do one of these days is a several part review in which I talk about how I think that Star Wars could have been fixed. And how I would go about fixing Star Wars. Because one of the main problems Star Wars has with the prequels, aside from just the worst writing ever, and pacing, is that it doesn't make sense. A prequel, it should have maybe a couple Easter eggs in there for, you know, the fans, but at the end of the day, it needs to make it such that if you watch the movies going in chronological order, so starting with the prequel and going on back in time, or going forward in time from there, a prequel should not destroy future information. So the fact that they make a big deal about, you know, Anakin being Darth Vader, is a destruction, or not just Darth Vader, but him being Luke's dad. Like, you know exactly that Darth Vader is Luke's dad, which spoilers, I guess, if you watch the prequel. And so as a result, you've actually ruined the big reveal in episode 5. If you had done it right, everyone had seen episodes 4, 5, and 6 would have known, hey, this is Luke's dad. But anyone who was brand new to the series and just started at episode 1 and watched all the way through, the point would actually have it be more impactful. So one of the first things I would do is, as you meet Anakin, who is not a child, while Padme is like an 18-year-old who all of a sudden doesn't age so that Anakin can catch up to her in age. Like that alone was idiotic. Hey, I'm a 6-year-old child and you're like 15, 16, and the next time we see each other, I'm 18 and so are you. What? That's not how aging works. Like, she should have been a much older woman, you know? So one of the things I would have had them do is that Anakin was already a teen, pretty much the same age as Padme. And if they were trying to make Padme appear to be a younger character, they failed horribly at that. So I would have had him be older. And then one of the things I would have had him do is kind of like Luke, like he's too old to be trained, but we're going to do it anyway. And I would actually have it at the end where you're left believing that Darth Vader did kill Luke. Like that'd be one of the big changes I do, is write it such that there's word about this new Sith warrior, and Anakin is so confident that he can take him on that he goes off to confront him alone, even though Obi-Wan is like, no, don't do it, please, you're not ready, your training's incomplete, all this stuff. And Anakin is just so gung-ho that he goes forward and does it. And instead of Anakin coming back, then that's when Darth Vader shows up. So from that point on, we're only seeing Darth Vader. And so Obi-Wan... So Obi-Wan legitimately believes that Darth Vader killed Anakin. So that way we don't have that line in episode, episode 6, I think it is, where Obi-Wan's like, well, I didn't lie to you from a certain point of view. It would just be, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know either. This was revelation to me. I always thought that my greatest pupil had gone off to confront this Sith warrior, and he came back, and when I confronted about him, he said, Anakin is no more. I've killed him, or Anakin is dead. I always thought he was being literal. I didn't realize he was, being metaphorical. And that way, you still get all the emotional moments that you get in episodes 4, 5, and 6. Nothing's spoiled. John DeMarco, I think Padme is supposed to be in her teens in episode 1. Yeah, I mean, they chose an actress who looks like, the best they could do is make her look like she's only 17 at best, which is still like 10 years Anakin's senior. But then in the next episode, Anakin and Padme look the exact same age. So it really messed with things, If you're brand new to Star Wars, you have to start with the original trilogy. Any other order would mess it up. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like, I think that you should be able to watch the stories in chronological order and not have it ruined. Now, I saw an interesting article, or maybe not article, a video someone did, and they said, here's the correct viewing order for Star Wars, based on, getting the maximum impact out of it. And that's, you watch episodes 4 and 5. You get the big whammy that Darth Vader is Luke's dad, which again, spoilers. And then you go back, you skip episode 1, because episode 1 does nothing for the entire series. Like, watching episode 1 gives you no worthwhile, relevant piece of information. It's a lot of C-SPAN in space, and it's a lot of midichlorian talk. Like, no one even liked that. Just stop it, George. so you just skip episode 1 and go straight into episode 2 and 3. So it goes 4, 5, episode 2, 3, then 6 and the rest. And if you do it that way, you get the maximum amount of information, maximum amount of reveals, and then you get to go back and see how Darth Vader became Darth Vader. So I think that's an interesting idea, but I'd rather see it completely fixed as opposed to a Band-Aid like that. Cinnabon Bun is saying, I don't know much about Star Wars. You know, I harp on it, but that's only because it's really such a great movie. And specifically, I have to give a caveat to that. Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6 is such a great movie. Everything else, take it or leave it. You know, the only reason 1, 2, and 3, 7, 8, and 9 did nearly as well as they did is because 4, 5, and 6 were so phenomenal. And frankly, the reason 7 did so well is because it was basically just a rehashing, a retelling of episode 4. In addition to being nostalgia-driven, and at least it followed all the same beats as episode 4 did. So, I mean, it ended up being a good movie all on its own without just having to rely on nostalgia. Tom's saying that episode 3 is the best when the Empire comes to power and destroys the traitor Jedi and brings peace to the galaxy. Ha ha. You know, that's another video I want to do. I think a lot of people have fundamentally misunderstood what it means to restore balance to the Force. Mainly that they're like, well, there were so many Jedi and only 2 Sith, so restoring balance would have meant, you know, everything's equal. But, you know, the Jedi... Gosh, this is making me so mad. Not the order thing, this part of the game. So the Jedi have become to be loosely based on kind of Buddhism, more or less. And so when they talk about Buddhism bringing balance, it's not that there's equal parts evil and equal parts, or equal parts evil and equal parts good. It is, you have a balance of the yin and yang, which they talk about how everything has this yin and yang force, and what it is exactly is it's an important to the conversation. And it's only when these two forces are in balance is when you are in balance. But yin and yang is not good and evil. It's absolutely not. Darth Revan, an Irish Sith? Yeah. Which, are we talking about the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Because that was a great game. Yeah, Diner's Hot Topics saying, Matthew, the next batch of Star Wars movies will be in the Old Republic and about Darth Bane and Darth Revan. That'd be cool. One of the things about the Star Wars universe is that they're like at a technological plateau. They've actually begun to retrograde in the amount of technology that they have. Yeah, I know, Jeff. I'm getting quite frustrated at this too. Instead of Bunny saying he liked KOTOR, is easily one of the best Star Wars video games I've ever played. I really don't want to have to give up here, you know, guys. But I'm not getting any better at this. It's like whenever I make it through, it's by sheer luck. Like I don't feel like I'm being more skilled. Thomas is saying that original Battlefront 2 was the best. I'm not sure if I played Battlefront 2. I did KOTOR 2. I did several of their racing type games. What's one of the other Star Wars ones I played? It wasn't one of the Battlefront games I played. It was you were playing as clone troopers. And there was a first-person shooter game. Oh my goodness. This is killing me, guys. This is absolutely killing me. Okay. Oh, the Lego Star Wars games. Yes, I love the Lego Star Wars games. I loved all the Lego games. They did not just Star Wars. What else did they do? They did a DC one. They did Marvel Avengers, which was so the first DC one was like a Batman type game, which was good. Then they said, hey, let's bring in like a ton of DC characters, and then I think they even went beyond that. Then they had a Marvel game. They did a Marvel 2 game. So, gosh, there are so many good Lego games. And there was a Harry Potter game. Haven't played that one, but I know that it exists. Life Matthew, tech was better in the prequel era and less in the OG era. How can they explain this in universe? Excellent question, Daniel's Hot Topics. But there's actually an answer that's really kind of built into the universe, and that keep going. Yes! Oh my goodness. Okay, now I just have to make it to the save spot, which cursed them for not having the save spot be right here. Just gotta get to the safe spot. You know what? I'm cheating next time. Guys. I do have a way to cheat once I get past this point, and I am absolutely cheating because I'm so furious that I just did it, and now I'm right back here. And right before I died, I realized that I should have cheated, but I screwed up. So anyway, they've actually shown in universe that the level of technology has been in a state of retrograde, a state of deterioration, ever since before the Old Republic. And I say they've been showing this. I specifically mean like in the games, because if you look at Knights of the Old Republic, you have the Millennium Falcon in it. They call it the Ebon Hawk, but it's the Millennium Falcon. We all know what it is. And it's just as good, just as fast as it is when we see it thousands of years later when Han's flying around. And so one of the things that we can see is that used to be there were a lot more advanced things. And we can see this again with things like whenever a new weapon comes out. Like if you look in the books, you had the Star Forge was from the games. And that again was ancient tech, but then they also had not just the Star Forge, but in the books, it was in the Maw. It was kind of like the Star Forge. I forget what it was, but it was literally ancient tech, and their ability to create things long ago was superior. They had better technology longer ago, but the more time goes on, the worse things have been. And it's possible one of the answers for that could be that this old technology they had, where everything was better, was somehow able to tap into the Force. And so maybe what we saw wasn't necessarily that the technology was better, but they had merged technology with the Force. And so one of the things that brought about the downfall of the ancient civilization was the fact that as they took over control of the Force, they had perverted its use and become corrupted by the abuse of the Force, much like a Sith. So regardless of which way it is, technology has been in a state of decline for a really long time. It hasn't just plateaued, it's literally declined. So I would say that's the reason why we see shinier stuff in episodes 1, 2, and 3, and crappier stuff in episodes 4, 5, 6. I might also point out that in episode 1, 2, 3, we are looking at we're looking at like things from the wealthiest perspective. We're looking at the 1%ers of the galaxy. We start off with the royalty of Padme, the Jedi Order with their near limitless resources, and then you have in episode 4, 5, and 6, you have a ragtag bunch of rebels who, they're doing by with the ships they can get, and then you have a smuggler who isn't known for having typically smugglers don't have, the best ships out there. So maybe that's why in episodes 4, 5, 6, things look less impressive, because they are using older technology. And, I mean, let's also be brutal here. Anytime you go to a socialistic or fascistic environment, such as the Empire was, they were fascistic, not socialistic. Although I admittedly grouped the two together. I think that fascism and socialism are effectively the same end issue, although different, coming at it from different directions. So whenever you have this total control by a single group, such as what you get with socialism or fascism, you see a stifling of innovation. Technology tends to retrograde, go into retrograde, which, I mean, that would explain why we see that the Empire is just as good as it ever was, but everyone else is in a state of decay. And it could just be that we're looking at the worst people in the universe, and that had the had we look at some more core planets instead of the outer rim planets, we may have seen that, for the most part, the Empire was good for people. That people didn't care about living under the Empire's control because most people got along just fine. Yes, there we go. Okay. File, save state, save state. There we go. I hate cheating like that, but I also have no problem cheating like that. Because now I can do file, load state, load state, load state. Where's Thomas? I need someone to call me a cheater. Oh my goodness. I would have been so pissed. And do you guys see how many times I've died here? Maybe it's because I'm not being careful enough since I can load state, but come on. Cinnabon saying that Empire was reasonable. Okay, careful. Which button? I don't want to mess this up. Load state. Holy crap. What was that? Whoops. Whoops. I'm also going to select a second save state to save to. File, save state. Okay. Load. 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 Yeah, I have no problem with cheating right here, guys. Actually, you know what? There. Now I don't have to cheat. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. That took a long time, everyone. Let me catch up on chats here. Not Ryan Johnson. How are you doing, my friend? Says, just popping in to say hello. I always thought it'd be cool to see a Star Wars movie show where the creation of the lightsaber was a crucial element in the Jedi-Sith war from the past. Not Ryan Johnson. I hope you're still around. Let's talk about that real quick. And Thomas saying Matthew Sim will come and get Bitus the first try. I bet. Thomas is heading home. Hopefully you won't still be on when I get home. Why not? Oh, on this part, yeah. The lies, the Empire wasn't fascist. I disagree. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you're saying that's the order you'd go in, Jeff? You go with episode 4 and 5, then go back and watch episode 1, 2, and 3, Oh yeah, so that's the order I saw. The only difference was they said don't even bother with one, which I kind of agree with them because one doesn't add any new information. Daniel was saying that the Old Republic era is a prequel, but I just love it when it came out in 2012, so it was great. It was great, yeah. So I had an idea for a Star Wars show, and or if I had to make a if I had to make a Star Wars trilogy, I was trying to think like, what would my trilogy look like? And I decided that what I would want it to look like would be we go back to it would be a prequel first of all, which I know prequels death, but I would have it be where let's see, I need to go up like this. Yep, come over. There we go. Yep. Okay. Where you're on this planet and you don't know anything about the planet. It's just the settlers have come here and something is going on this planet. A bunch of settlers have come here and they are facing raids from someone. Let's see. Let me check communications. A surviving streamer? Master Y. Soon the V615D heavyweight carnivore tank will be complete, and we will kill the Earth. Heh. You're finished, Master Y. I have armed the charge on the main CPU. What? Hasta la vista, baby. Wow. You fool! Now the fortress is depressurizing. That escape pod is mine. Not if I get there first. Ho, you're just an average Joe. No, I'm quite superb for a man my size and stature. I have trained my life as a Streamerz and eaten many nutrients while you and your men have been eating pies. Streamerz command has taught me well, and now I will teach you what it feels like to be eternally owned. Let's go. Yeah, hasta la vista, baby. It took me way too long to work that out there. The main CPU must be in error. Uh-oh, the pressure in the floating fortress is going nuts. Sweet. All right. Okay, so my idea is you're following settlers around on this planet, don't know anything about the planet, and oops, messed that up. And then they start getting hit by raiders. And throughout the course of the first movie, you get to know three people, a guy and a girl, or two guys and a girl. And one of the guys has a thing for the girl, but the girl likes the other guy, sort of situation. And by the end of the movie, wow, I don't know what happened there, guys. The guy who likes the girl but isn't liked back, he uncovers what appears to be Jedi text, and he starts being able to tap into the Force, and he's able to use the Force to defeat the invaders. But then, just when you think everything's going good, he starts like getting really weird, kind of at the very end, and he goes a little bit too far with it. And at the end of the movie, they're trying to come up with a name for the planet, name for their colony, and they come up with Korriban. So for anyone who knows the Star Wars legend, you would realize that this isn't the birthplace of the Jedi, but they've actually come upon the birthplace of the Sith. Oh my goodness, what's going on? And then you go from there, where the second part of my trilogy would be kind of the fall from grace of the main hero character, that more and more people are starting to learn the ways of the Force, and even though it's where the Sith are formed, that this ends up being also the other main character ends up like finding some Jedi religious text, or he's learning the way of the Sith, but it goes against his own personal ethos. and so he rejects the way of the Sith and unknowingly starts walking the path of the Jedi sort of situation. And then I'd go from there where, yeah, there's no way out of there, huh? Whatever. At least I got the money. And then by the last episode, the guy tries to redeem his friend back. More and more people have gone Force sensitive and started to go evil like the Sith. And at the end, it's just good prevails, evil fails sort of thing. Paint by numbers, but I think it would be fun. I think it'd be fun because you'd be looking way, way back at the beginning divisions of the modern Jedi and Sith. Because, there has been a Jedi and Sith order prior to what we've seen. Okay, how do I... That's weird. My Streamerz ain't coming out. There we go. Jeff's saying he doesn't understand. Oh, my pitch idea? Well, that's because I'm poorly explaining it while trying to play a game. A long story short, Jeff, is that I think it'd be fun to look at the birth of the modern Sith in Star Wars, where instead of it being, hey, everyone knows the Jedi, everyone knows the Sith, I'd like us to look at how it all came to be. And that's one of the other things I'd fix about episodes 1, 2, 3. I would like to see. I'd like to see that the Jedi fall not because they're just being Jedi, but because they're not being Jedi, because they're being hypocritical. Like I'd really like it where if you looked at it, that the Jedi were like, they shouldn't have ever been involved with the government, the Republic. They shouldn't have been an official peacekeeping force of the Republic. They should have always been separate from the Republic. Man, this is just aggravating. This game is aggravating. I hate it so much. I highly recommend you download it. I like seeing people suffer with me. Now, honestly, as much as aggravating as this game is being, I do really enjoy this style of game where they slowly but surely up the level of difficulty. Now this is annoying. I don't get how, all those arrows are pointing the other way, darn it. Huh. Yeah, John, that's it. One of the points of the prequels is that the Jedi became so wrapped up around the Republic, they were corrupted. I don't feel like they went enough into that. They did so much, they did so much other stuff that I feel like they really missed out on what really should have been the main focus of episode 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3. It should have been how the Jedi had become corrupted, being so intimately involved with the Republic. That the Jedi never were supposed to be a police force. The Jedi always should have been more of a monastic order, and I think they should have focused in. This could have been a fun thing. I think they should have become obsessed with bloodlines, and that's why if they made episode 1, 2, 3 being that the Jedi are obsessed with bloodlines, that would have made episodes 7, 8, and 9 so much more important as they return to anyone can be a Jedi, because that could have been a whole thing. And then instead of having Anakin be a orphan boy, he could have been the next in the Skywalker bloodline, and you could have had this really famous Skywalker bloodline that everyone thought was so amazing, and so he was given like preferential treatment, stuff like that. And then in episode 4, 5, or yeah, 4, 5, 6, we could have left it more or less the same, where they're still kind of the holding on to the bloodline stuff, and it's only until they let go of it that things start to improve. That could have been really interesting. Okay. Okay. Somehow. Oh my goodness, I did it! Oh my goodness! My microphone got in the way. Okay, here we go. Oh, all right. Let's see. Daniel's hot topic saying, so this is how I would make my Star Wars story start. It starts off in the year 5 billion when the sun expands and destroys the Earth. Then people go out into space. Okay, where do you go from there? Over time, people get killed off by aliens and other threats in the galaxy till they decide we got to get out of this galaxy, so they somehow end up finding a way to get to another galaxy far, far away. Okay, but how do you get to a long, like this is supposed to be taking place a long, long time ago? Oh, and I was supposed to be answering the comment about how I was supposed to be talking about how the creation of the lightsaber. So one of the points of the story I'd come up with is that at this time lightsaber didn't exist. So they're on this planet. What the heck? I just stood there and let myself get hit by a pie. They're on this planet and they're being attacked by how did I decide it was? I think it was they were being attacked by bullets. At some point, I was trying to think about the relationship between bullets and lightsabers, and whether or not a lightsaber should be able to block a bullet. And I think I decided that one of the interesting things would be if they decide that a lightsaber could not block a bullet, but it could block a laser. You know, one energy weapon blocking another energy weapon kind of thing. Anyway, that was kind of the whole point about me going to the idea of my backstory, my prequel. Somehow the lightsaber gun thing factored into it. It's been so long, I've forgotten. See, this is why you need to write down your ideas, Daniel. You'll come up with a good idea, and then you'll forget why it was a good idea. John DeMargo says that Obi-Wan tells Luke that Jedi were guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, and Yoda said a Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, not attack. That is one of the other things I'd fix in episode, I think it was episode 3. No, episode 2, we saw Yoda go crazy. In my Star Wars, Yoda would never, ever once pull out a lightsaber. Yoda would be renowned for his Force abilities, and his lightsaber skills, and he would never use them once because he would belong to a belief that you should never pull a lightsaber. That the very moment you've used the lightsaber, you've already lost, and I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that being a distinction being made between Obi-Wan and Yoda, because you could go a lot of places with that. You could be like, this is one of the reasons that that the Jedi fell, and we could focus on episode 1, 2, and 3 being that there is a darn it, that there is a kind of a difference in sex between these two ideologies, where one ideology believes that you can use a lightsaber for fighting, and the other ideology believes that no, a lightsaber must only be used in self-defense. Let's see, what is the button I want to push when the time comes? No, I. Oh, I keep going. Why do I do this to myself? I'll have it perfect and then I'll mess it up. Anyway, John, I do think that would be an interesting schism, that we get to see that the Jedi are being too aggressive. They're being too militaristic, and as a result, it's corrupting the Force. It's clouding the Force, and Yoda's teachings are bringing, like, he's starting to be able to glimpse the future again, because he's rejecting this militaristic use of the Force, and he's actually calling for a turning away of that, because he correctly identifies that this way of using the Force is too close to being like the way the Sith use it. Oh my goodness, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna save that state right there, because I'm going for the money. Load it. Load it. Load it. I'm fine with that. Monty is saying, following your bloodline idea, it would have been cool to have the Palpatine Skywalkers be different parts of the same family lineage, one maternal, one paternal. Oh, that would be so cool. And then like when we see the ramifications of their fighting, and it being the thing that like really spelled out the destruction of both the Jedi and or it was the destruction of the Jedi, that'd be awesome. And then it's really the personal feud that we see going on between the Palpatines and the Skywalkers. Oh, that'd be so cool. Especially if we combine it all together now, and we have it being focused on bloodlines. We have a corruption where the whoops. We have a corruption where the Jedi are getting too involved, or the split. So you have the focus on bloodlines, and you also have a schism in teachings. You have the group of people who think that you shouldn't be doing anything. You should basically be pacifists, and the sect of people who believe that you should be like a force, that the best way to be a force for good is to be a military force for good. And that would be a really interesting distinction, because then you have everyone's obsessed with bloodlines, and so when the two biggest bloodlines end up being like the dividing line between you can have the two different bloodlines be like the Skywalkers believing that you should be more pacifistic and more pacifists, and you would have the Palpatine bloodline believing that you should be more militaristic in nature. And how the heck do I get past this part? I know, Jeff. I probably should just throw this game on the ground and be done with it, but I can't help it. I want to get past it. I also think that maybe right here, what I need to do, let's see, right now. Nope, too soon. Let's do it right when it gets to the red square. There we go. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, I know that right when the pie gets to the red square, that's when I jump. Maybe a little bit too soon there. Okay. Oh gosh. And I can save it. And I'm just going to keep going forward. I'm not going to go back to the money bags. So yeah, I think that would have been real interesting. You have the obsession with bloodlines. You have the difference in sect teachings, where one sect believes we should be pacifists, one sect believes we should be military, and I think that would have made for a really, really fun episode 1, 2, 3. Whew, got to the next spot. B9, huh? The final sprint. Better escape Masterwise's tower before it explodes. That escape pod is my ticket out of here. And then since there's such a focus on bloodlines, you have everyone like lining up behind the one they like the best. Ah, it's you! That escape pod is mine. You're too slow, Joe. I was formerly Streamerz, and soon formerly alive. Okay, so now it's a race that I'm losing, a race that I lost. Yay, dead. With the emphasis on bloodlines, it's starting to remind me of Dune. Man, I have been listening to okay. Slow it down, me. I've been listening to Dune and the audiobook of it. My goodness, that thing is a long audiobook. I think I've listened to 15 hours and I am 75% of the way through it, I want to say. I can't see my stupid character. I'm gonna have to move this microphone to the side a little bit, guys. Oh no! I have to do this perfectly in one go. But, I mean, Dune is such a good novel. Who cares if it's taking me forever to get through it? No! Curse you, clowns! So yeah, I mean, I guess there would be a certain Dunistic element to it, but... I mean, we wouldn't quite have to go... we wouldn't have to go quite, Harkonnen and Atreides on everyone. We could do bloodlines without it, I say that, but like one of the things would be one of the reasons people care about bloodlines so much would be the promise of the one that brings restoration to the Force. Like even at this point, you could have it turn out where like the Force was being clouded, and so they were hoping that one day you'd have the promised person who would bring balance back to the Force. And darn it, I was doing so good. And that would certainly that would certainly be Dune-like, wouldn't it? The promise of the one who what do they call him? The shortcut finder. I mean they have a fancier word for it, but it boils down to, like, in the Bene Gesserit tongue, it's like someone who finds the shorter path. It's a chosen one prophecy, yeah. Okay, I am surely at the end game here, guys. Go, 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 go. Okay, now I have to wait for this stupid clown. Darn it! Come on, guys. Yeah, I can't pronounce that, John, but yes, that is the name of the chosen one in Dune. And Daniel's saying that humans almost always get wiped out by aliens. That is true. Okay. And then I go up, up. Ah, the pressure hurts my head. It has begun to swell. I'm glad that guy waits for me. It's like super nice of him. Oh my goodness. The escape pod is mine. No, impossible. Ah, what is this feeling in mine head? The fortress is depressurizing too quickly. My head feels like it is going. You streamer dog. You have not seen the last of Derek. Ew. Great. Time to return to Earth in this escape pod. Streamer Command is down, but Master Y is dead, so Streamerz is aimless now. Maybe I can start a new organization. Former Streamers Alliance. FSA. I like it. Well, let's go. The shortening of the way, that's it, John. So, Joe escaped from the Master Y's clutches and ended the evil Tiger Army, and also the much-hated V615D heavyweight Kavanaugh tank. Upon returning to Earth, Joe organized a new organization called the Former Streamers Alliance, or FSA, and I missed the rest, whatever. The Kavanaugh tank. This was made back in 2010. The port was 2012, so no, that wasn't a political joke. Okay. You never know. You never know with these indie games. Well, that was a fun game. How long did it take me to do that whole game? It took me about 2 hours, and that was admittedly with cheating at one point. Which I'm okay with having done that. Daniel's saying, indeed, the narrator says a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, but the narrator could also be telling a story from his past, but his past can be in our future. No, Daniel. I gotta reject that one out of hand. It is definitely a long, long time ago from our perspective. It was 100% meant to be a long, long time ago from 1980s. Yeah, I could see someone trying to pull that, but I think that it would almost be a unanimous fan and backlash that no, that's not what they meant in the original crawl. Stop trying to retro applied this. Oh gosh. I maxed out. I maxed out the death counter, guys. Look at that. I guess a bad score. I maxed out my deaths at 255. I got pied 35 times. I got balled 250 times, which means I got balled more than 255. I maxed it out at FF. I got torched 49 times, clowned 17 times, and I got 10 out of 16 pieces of money. My goodness. Oh my goodness. And Cinnabon Bunny is saying to speedrun Mario vs. Rock Solid. Cinnabon, that would be awesome. In fact, you know what? Guys, let me do this. We're gonna get this pulled up. Let's see. I want to capture my screen. Which one is it? Big me, mini me. Oh my goodness, where have I gone? I've disappeared. I'm nowhere. There I am. Yep, there we go. Okay. We're going to jump over to Twitter. And at Rock Solid. Let's see. Click, 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 click. Someone's sending me a message. Oh, my darling wife has taken the boys' potty. She's so good to me. Okay, at Rock Solid Studios. Doing a retro stream right now. And someone suggested I I race you in Super Mario Bros. For the NES. I've never raced it. I've never raced through it before. Have I beaten it before? Not sure. You up for a race anyway? A race stream sometime anyway. There we go. There we go, Cinnabon. I think that'd be really fun to race Rock Solid in the original NES Super Mario Brothers, which and I have it set up right now where I can plug in my NES into a RCA capture card over here, and actually have the ability to stream that. So the two of us could very easily do a stream where we're racing each other. Hopefully he's not like some Super Mario Brothers wizard, because that'd be lame. Hopefully he's equally crappy at it. So because honestly, if I've ever beaten the game before, which is a giant if, it's been a decade, maybe 2 decades since I played the game front to finish. So I'm hoping that he's equally rusty so that we can do this and be equally bad in a competitive way, instead of it being like, oh yeah, he can beat Super Mario Brothers in like 10 minutes flat. You know, not top of the class speedrunners, but better than most people. Daniel's Hot Topic saying Life with Matthew. So on the next Life with Matthew stream, we can talk about Agent Johnson will be returning to the Matrix 4. Agent Johnson was the leader of the upgraded agents in Matrix Reloaded. Okay. So is Matrix 4 out yet? Because so Daniel, I will be honest. I have what's the word I want? I am the most skeptical person out there, I think. Someone tells me something and I just flat out disbelieve it. Like I have to see like hard, solid proof before I believe anything people say. So so I'm curious what your source is. If you want to talk about it's speculated, we can talk speculations all day long. If you want to talk about it's factually known that this is true, I'm going to ask you from some sources on that. Hey, Thomas Potts, how you doing? I beat the game. You missed it. Matrix 4 will be out April 1st, 2022. Holy crap. That's 2 years away. Oh, gosh. In that case, Daniel, I flat out disbelieve it. This far away from release, where they haven't even finished. Man, have they even cast, and beyond Neo, have they even cast who's gonna do what? Yeah, Jeff Franklin's. Is that April Fool's? Thomas Potts, we were just talking about Matrix 4, and allegedly that Agent Johnson will be returning in Matrix 4. I saw another article talking about how the Frenchman was supposed to have been Neo from allegedly the second Matrix, and I don't feel like that video. I think you might have sent me that one, Daniel. I thought it was a well done video, but I don't feel like they made their case well enough. I don't think that Neo is, or the Frenchman is the Neo from previous Matrix. I do think that they opened an interesting can of worms, in that is the one a human that meets certain criteria, and they enhance him in order to be superior in the Matrix, or like to the point where like they basically overwrite him. So is it that the programs have the ability not just to cause external stimulus to happen? Because obviously, you know, you getting pinched, you feeling hot, you feeling cold, everything you feel in the Matrix is a simulation being acted out in your brain, to the point where, you know, if you die in the Matrix, your brain shuts down, basically. That, or maybe they just literally kill you in the real world. I don't know. Or is it that they do genetic breeding such that the one is bred again. So like maybe there's something special about the way the one came about, where his brain is able to comprehend the Matrix in a different way. And it's not that they overwrite a human personality with a computer personality, much in the way that Agent Smith did. So when Agent Smith took over the guy in the second Matrix movie, he was able to come into the real world because he had overwritten himself. So is it that they do that and that's how you get the one, or is it that that they do selective breeding, and so by breeding they're able to bring about the one, and whenever the one shows up, that's when they do the reset of everything, and you're given Zion again. Because I don't buy that the Frenchman was the Neo from the second one. I don't at all. I think that all of them were programs, and because they even talk about when a program goes rogue, that's how you get these mythical creatures, because you have a regular program and then they go rogue, and that's what turns them into they get like they're not needed anymore, and instead of being deleted, they stick around. And so we didn't need this ghost character anymore, we didn't need these vampire characters anymore, and instead of allowing themselves to be deleted like a good program, they went rogue, and so they've been around. But I didn't get the feeling that he was, like, from that dialogue, I got the feeling that he was 100% a rogue program and not the one, with the French woman being his Trinity. So I didn't get that feeling. I do agree. Well, I disagree that they should have left the Matrix alone with the first one. I think they should stop after 3. I don't think we need to be making a cash grab for 4. I thought 2 and 3 were an interesting dichotomy, because with episode 2. Wow, I'm on Star Wars right now, guys. With let me switch this around to. I guess I don't have a good one to pull up here. You guys can just see my messy desktop. Who cares? With episode 2, I really liked the way they looked at what are all the implications of being in a computer world. So you had the Keymaster, which I really loved his character, where depending on what key you put in which door, you were given access to different areas. Like, I thought that was a great computer concept and how they brought that about into like how it would be represented into a computer environment. So I thought that was real neat. I liked kind of the philosophical things they were bringing up with the second part of the trilogy. But then episode 3 came out, and they're like, okay, and now it's just going to be a 100% nonstop action-packed movie. And I didn't like that as much. Like, one of the things I really enjoyed about Matrix 1 and 2 was the fact that it got you thinking, and it was more of a cerebral kind of movies. Like, the second one was super cerebral. I mean, they also had the rubber Superman issues, because they tried to go too CG, when they got praise for all the physical work they did, the practical effects they did in Matrix 1. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Cinnabon is saying Matrix 4 is about the machines learning everything they thought was the Matrix they built is actually a part of the real Matrix created by vengeful dolphins. Yeah, there's nothing more terrifying than a dolphin who's out for revenge. I don't suppose you've ever seen... It's a webcomic that used to run. They wrapped up. It was called Dr. McNinja. It was about a ninja who was also a physician. And there were some dolphins at one point out for revenge on one of his buddies. And it made for quite the funny moment. Yeah. Horses or dolphins, they're equally scary out for revenge. Especially if you're Cinnabon. Yeah. Guys, I am going to wrap it up here. I do have church in the morning. So I'm pretty excited that I was able to get through that game. I have a couple more. And I thought it'd be fun if every once in a while I did one of these kind of old school games that some of them I purchased. Some of them are just people make them still. They make a game and then they throw it out and say anyone who wants to play this can. So one of the other ones I got was a Genesis game. And I look forward to getting the hardware where I can flash this onto a Genesis. And I know everyone's saying goodnight because I said I'm going to wrap this up. And here I am going off on some new tangent. But I want you all guys to see that... let's see, where was it? It's a game called Towers. I had it on my desktop. Old Towers, maybe? Old Towers. Oh, I don't have it associated with my... Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. But it's a Sega Genesis game that's really fun. There's a couple RPG games in here. So I thought I might do a couple retro game stuff in addition to doing some more newer things. It is Halloween time. Thought I might try to do a Halloween type game at some point. There's a game called Phasmaphobia that's out on Steam right now. It's an early release game. Costs about $15, I want to say, but apparently up to 4 players can play at a time, and it looks really interesting. Let's see if I can find it real quick, because I want y'all guys to think, if this was a game I got, would it be a game that you would be interested in playing along with me on a stream sometime? So called Phasmaphobia, and I'm not going to let that video play because I don't trust them not to copyright me, but it's a 4-player online co-op psychological horror game where you're a paranormal investigator. So you have to go around, you're doing the, trying to let the ghost write in the notebooks, do the infrared scanning. You have your little meter that goes, that whenever you find a ghost. So, I don't know. That's a game I'm thinking about getting. I honestly try to keep my game purchases in the $5 to $10 range. I try not to go super expensive on that, but we'll see. Cinnabon Bunny is saying that he started playing 7 Days again. So how's the newest release, Cinnabon? I swear we're going to wrap up in a few minutes here, guys, but I am curious. How is the latest release of 7 Days? I know they did a pretty major overhaul to the system. Don't know how good it is because, I had a lot of fun playing 7 Days. I thought it was really cool that you had a game that was Minecraft but with zombies, and I thought it had a good progression. You start off with little stuff, you build, but it hit a plateau point where you were able to have so much in the way of defense that the Horde Knight wouldn't be able to touch you. Or you tweak the setting just a little bit, and there's no way you could survive the Horde Knight. Like there wasn't good middle ground. And one of the things that really killed it for me is that you hit a point in the game where there's no end game. So it's just, you're going to go to this spot again, you're going to go to this spot again, you're going to go to this spot again. Because they start off with like, okay, you're at tier 1, you go into a small house, you clear it out, congratulations, you completed the quest. And so by doing enough quests, you get up to a tier 5. And tier 5 will be like an apartment complex or a industrial warehouse building. And that's it. I had 2 options for it in my game. And so I went back to the exact same 2 locations time after time after time after time. And so even though the game is fun, like the fact that once you hit tier 5, you're doing the exact same stuff over and over again, like it made it not fun anymore. And maybe if I had several people playing along with me such that we were kind of warring with each other, maybe that would spice it up a little bit. But honestly, the game, it needs an end game to it to really tie it up. So once you get enough quests completed, you get like the secret quest and you go to ground 0 and you're able to kind of survive or die situation. So that'd be really fun. Daniel's Hot Topic saying that the Frenchman is an allegory of Hades, the ruler of the underworld. And his wife Persephone is the Persephone in Greek literature. Okay, that makes a lot more sense because he definitely inhibits that kind of system. It definitely does get boring for single player. Let me bring up my Steam list real quick, guys. Because the next game I was probably going to start doing is called Witness. Not The Witness, which was a puzzle game I was playing. And honestly, I mean, I had to stop streaming that one because it's not super fun to watch someone do a puzzle game, I don't feel like. There's only so long you can watch me staring at a little screen of squares before it's like, is this really all you got, Matt? Aren't you going to do anything else today? So let's see here. 7 Days to Die, that's a good Halloween type game. Antichamber, haven't played it. It seems like a fun puzzle game. Blameless, it's a short game. It's supposed to be kind of a psychological horror game, but there's no horror aspects to it the entire game. And it's a real short thing. We've done Call of Cthulhu. Let's see, Dr. Langstrom, the Tiger, and the Terribly Cursed Emerald are with Whirlwind Heist. I think y'all saw Bird play that one. It's a hilarious game. In fact, Thomas, I want to say that you suggested to Bird that he played it, and I'm so glad you did because it's a fun one. Gloomhaven. This is a fun game, but it's not a Halloween game. If you guys ever get this, let me know because I would love to play. It's not much fun by yourself, I don't feel like, but this is a really fun multiplayer game. Half-Life. Inside was just weird. Mansions of Madness. That might be a good. Oh wait, that's a card game, so not that one. In fact, you know what? I got the Tabletop Simulator. If anyone else has Tabletop Simulator, it has a module for Mansions of Madness, so that might be a fun one to do. One Shot was fun, but now that I know how it ends, it doesn't have a high replay ability. Rethink is a game a lot like the Talos Principle I played. We were connecting up lights and puzzles. Where's the one I was going to do? I was going to do the Turing Test. That's the name of it. I was going to do the Turing Test, where you wake up and like you're going through video recordings. I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much into it, but it's more of a mystery puzzle thinking game. So I thought that would be a fun one. But if you guys know of a good Halloween type one to do, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. It sounds like a silly name, but it actually gets crazy creepy as the game goes on. So maybe that one. I might do that one for a Halloween stream because it is definitely a weird one. There's the SCP games. Those are always good and weird, but maybe a little too weird. Oh, The Secret of Gilwood. I haven't played this one yet, guys, but this one, I might do this one in honor of being Halloween month of October. I think this is going to be it, guys, because I think it is a puzzle game, but I also think it is a like kind of a suspenseful puzzle game. Let's see if we can't find. Let's go to the store page and see if it says what it is. It is a. Where do they give the game type on here? Adventure, indie, RPG, strategy. When the player enters the world of Gilwood, it's important to explore the surroundings. Exploration helps the player progress. When the player has explored and found the points of interest, it's time to find where the puzzle starts. The puzzle mains. Oh, maybe this isn't the. Maybe this isn't as dark as I thought it was. You guys, let me know if there's a game out there that's, no more than 15, that you would think would be a fun Halloween type game to play. Let me know. I think one of the funnest one got. I really think that the Phasma, what was it called? I just had it. The Phasmaphobia. Phasmaphobia. I'm gonna put this into the chat. If you guys think that'd be a fun one, if there's 3 other people who'd like to go in with me and play this stream or do a stream playing this, we might do this for Halloween. I might hit up Anti-Trekker and Bird of Prey and see if they'd be interested in doing a Halloween stream. And Wesley, I haven't seen Wesley in forever, guys. Have you seen Wesley? I hope he's doing okay. One of these days, we gotta finish our Cthulhu game. We'll see what happens. I'm rambling, guys. I'm having too much fun hanging out with you, but I am gonna call it quits here. I am gonna go to bed. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me, and until the next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please share it, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that bell icon to be kept up to date with all the new videos that I release on this channel. And as always, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Amen.